Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Well, you guys are fast. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Oh, the most beautiful women in the world are here.
Oh, good.
Well, I have to say it's true. I have to speak the truth.
Okay. If you say so, then I believe. I believe
Brahmins always speak the truth.
Okay.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama. Walita was in top performance today.
Yeah.
Johan too. He was. I had
he
both
was
going.
awesome.
I was watching them both.
Yeah.
I can't miss it.
See, it's true what I told you yesterday. Johan, Lalita, you.
What else do we need?
From one class to the next.
We got protection here, man.
Yes. Best protection ever.
This is it, man. It's top notch, man. High class. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. Oh my Lord. Krishna, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Oh my Lord Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Oh! Yeah. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, my Lord Krishna, oh, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, my Lord, Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
May I say something, Gurudev?
Not quite yet, please. Sorry. Okay. Write it down. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. In a little bit you can do. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, 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 Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. All right. Hare Krishna. Hey, whenever I'm kind of like, I just felt like I got knocked off the mountain. So next time, don't ever.
Sorry.
There's only one regulation here. If anyone is like in a trance, never, because I don't know what happened. Just boom, and
It's okay.
It just happens. So anyway, we all learn. Yeah. This stuff is really deep. It's like, wow, man.
I can feel this.
Yeah, it's really deep.
We are really calling them.
Yeah, and they come.
I could feel this so intense now. You are calling Nityananda to come and be here with us. You are calling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come and be here with us. I could really feel this on a very subtle. So ecstatic. Wow.
Yeah, because your faith in Guru and sadhus here, everything comes from that. It's amazing. Just faith in where Krishna's working. What else do we need? This is how in Vrindavan everybody overcame all obstacles just by faith in each other and faith in Krishna. They, even the gopis, they didn't want to go to Dwarka. They thought, well, let us just stay together, remember Krishna in their very beautiful, unique ras. They just.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to disturb you.
No, it's okay.
Because you said when we both came on, oh, so quick.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, that is the greed. That is the greed in both of us.
Yeah, that's the greed. It's all about that, isn't it? It's about greed.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see that's Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful, everything. Okay, now, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Let's Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Let's see. Okay. All right. So LMNOP. Yeah. Why don't we continue on with Prabodhanandana Saraswati Thakur? Yeah. This is excerpts. Excerpts. What is this about? Okay, I'm going to read these excerpts here. This is, I have some files as excerpts. This is text 5. For those who have attained the merciful sidelong glance of Lord Chaitanya, the impersonal liberation becomes as palatable as going to hell. The heavenly cities of the demigods become as enticing as flowers imagined to be floating in the sky. The poisonous fangs of the untamable black snakes of the senses are broken, and the whole world becomes joy, full of joy. And Brahma, Indra, and all the other demigods become insignificant as tiny insects. Let us glorify the golden complexion, Lord Chaitanya. That's how powerful this bhakti is, this connection. It's like everything becomes insignificant. And that's why the whole thing, like we say, oh, this people doing Vaidhi Bhakti, it becomes insignificant. You become, like Lalita was talking about this, it's like we start laughing. I mean, she literally, Lord Chaitanya is living so much inside her. Rather than, she's doing what he's like. He would talk in ecstasy. You want to know, these people have no idea the treasure that's in there. Lalita talks, and Johan too. They talk in ecstasy. That means Lord Chaitanya is deeply embedded in them. See? They're doing like he does. They're preaching like he does. I can't even do that. The Lord has blessed them. Ye shall do greater things than I. That's how it works. I love it. It's this how the Lord is progressive, right? He's progressive here. Am I any better than Prabhupada because I'm doing what he didn't do? No, it's because of his mercy this is happening, and because of that's why a real disciple doesn't have this tainted mentality. Oh, look at me! I'm more ecstatic than my guru. Oh, look at me. And we have those who do that. Oh, look at me. And then they go off and, oh, I'm ecstasy. I'm like you. Okay, thank you very much. Slam bam, thank you, ma'am. Prostitute. And then they go off and want to be a big teacher. They think it's all about being a big teacher. Are you kidding? It's about relishing gold, man, tasting real gold, playing with gold. Well, Krishna's that gold, Radha Chaitanya. That's what it's about, man. And then then you get a pure heart. It's all about purifying the heart, man. That's gold. Only the pure in heart will see God. That's why you have people like that here. And you can see how far that Vaidhi is. It's like very distant. The devotees they're distant relatives. The thing is, distant relatives they're like, your cousins you never met or barely met. Oh, you don't feel that bond much. See? So they have to come, we're coming close. We're offering all these things. But if they really want the person who they worship, they have to come here. They're worshiping Lord Chaitanya. Right? They don't know them. We know them. We, demonstrate that we know them more. And look at how deep it goes. It's just endless. We just, knowing them more and more, and the happiness of that, of more intimate communions. It's just, like this is the eternal path. It's right before the world, being offered to them. So they will see that it just takes time. That's why there has to be some kind of conflict. Conflict is, hey man, we're bringing God here. That's usually Maya hides God, and we're bringing God back. I mean, come on, man. What do you expect? Why do you think you think people say, well, why doesn't God save everybody? Well, look what happens if we're bringing the Lord here through our chanting, and look what people. Hey, I hate you. Hey, see, they cannot. They can. It's the contamination makes it that God can't really. He has to carefully reach out because people misunderstand. They want to bite. It's like a dog. You want to bite their hand. God wants to, just reach out and take people back. But, so it takes time, and so that's why they kill the prophets usually. They misunderstand the prophet. The prophets are coming here to bring God to the world, and they say, no, go away. This is the Pharisees. This is the Brahmins. This is the gurus. I mean, it's all revived. Everything is revived now. Lord Chaitanya is back here, man. He's back here, and he's using us to express himself. And it's the same old. What happens when that goes? The Brahmin. It's always the Brahmins and the gurus and the sannyasis who think they know all about bhakti, and all their followers. We get all the followers come here, and they say this, that they're just carrying on the disciplic succession of we know all about bhakti, but we really don't know anything. That's their disciplic line. See, and that's always comes when the real truth is here. It just comes with the territory, but eventually it breaks through. It has to. This is the divine intervention. We're the instruments of the divine intervention. No one else is. None of them. Narayan Raj was not an instrument of divine intervention. Jai Pataka and Radhanath, all they're doing is carrying on tradition. Narayan Raj did a little brought out the idea of Rasic and all that. Without the relish. Nobody could demonstrate. He didn't demonstrate because it was always, I'm sorry, I can't show you, man. A year and a half, I didn't see anything. But, man, this is raging. But, you can imagine, right? So everybody's imagining what it would be, and nobody's seeing. See? So go ahead.
But you were an ecstatic devotee. You would have felt it. Yeah. If he was ecstatic, even without the symptoms, you would have felt it on his face.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's just and the speculation. See, the thing is, so that was the okay. I was saying, okay, well, he's holding it back. But then, in the realizations, it wasn't pristine. I mean, it's different than Prabhupada, and he wrote a lot of books and stuff, and it's just like, wrote a big fat Bhagavad Gita too. It's just like, it's. And anyway, it just is what it is. This is a very high standard. Go ahead there.
I have a question, Gurudev, sure, because I saw one post here on Facebook where they say that the Lord Krishna, he sees only the good things a devotee has done. Mm-hmm. He ignores the other things. How can I understand this? It means that the devotees can go on doing anything, good things, bad things, and Krishna only sees the good things.
Well, you just have, it just takes time to understand. See, everything becomes literal for a devotee. When you start to realize the ecstatic potency, then you understand Krishna. Nobody does. They think, a devotee can, he overlooks everything. But he's saying a devotee, a real devotee. See, a real devotee. So say what you said again now. Just say, just tell me what your question. Just say it again.
There was a post where it was mentioned that Krishna only sees the good devotional service the devotees do, not, if they maybe have done something not right. He doesn't, he overlooks, he overlooks. He only sees,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when you're a devotee, that's what he does. See? So that's the whole purpose of the Vaidhi thing, because people are not really devotees yet. They're aspiring. They're called a boss. When you're doing Vaidhi without the awakening, you're not in touch with your soul, really, but you have the greed to follow Krishna according to the rules of it. There's a kind of a greed there. So you want to become a devotee. You're like a wanting. You don't know how to become a devotee, because if you knew, you would just come here and become a devotee. I mean, it's like it can be the easiest thing in the world, but there's a lot of resistance to break through. See? So when you're at that point of being a devotee, then the Lord sees only the devotional qualities of a devotee. See, and in this way, because this is what they teach that's not really right in all of them, all of the Guru, from Narayan Raj down. They think first deserve, then desire. First become perfect, and then you'll get the mercy. Okay? And that is not how it really works in Kali, especially in Kali Yuga. Forget it, man. Mm-hmm. So the way it works in Kali Yuga is the Lord has to send an associate. He must. You want a must to do? Associate must come here in Kali Yuga and teach the real path. What we're teaching is the real path. And I pointed out, you see, it was a gift when it was given. Oh, why wasn't it given again with Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, and all that? Why? Hardly anything. Why? See? Because they weren't here to do that. They were here to establish the foundation, especially, most of Bhakti Siddhanta's followers all wanted to be guru. They're pushing him to leave. They're pushing him to go. And he even said that. I mean, I've heard, he says, I should stay here 10 more years. They need a lot more purification, but they're pushing me to go. And Prabhupada hinted, just like the poisoning the guru thing. You can read all this stuff. It's all in there. He said they were giving my Guru Maharaj injections, and because they wanted him to go. It's all in these things. So it's just this contamination. So is it a wonder why they didn't get pure bhakti? Look at you guys. You came here for Krishna, and Krishna comes and reciprocates and gives you the path to it, which is the real devotee who has Krishna, and so therefore you get it. It's not, and you listen, right? You listen. Oh yeah, let me just receive the gift. You say, yeah. See, you're understanding, okay? Because you have faith in a devotee. Your faith in my words, and now you see they're different than the Guru's words. You're different than Narayan Raj's words. See, they're different. But this difference is very important to note, because it has the effect of the awakening. See, it's all, there's the real followers of the disciplic line and the false, all the way up. It's very subtle who are the false. See, Putana was a very good false devotee. She looked paka, and said all the right things and looked all the right way. She fooled a lot of devotees in Vrindavan. So Krishna's Maya is like that. If you don't go in the way where somebody's really got the genuine mercy, that's why I went through all these things to get really confident. What is the real mercy? I went to him. I went to the Radhakund Baba. I had 2 gurus in Radhakund. I had Narayan Raj as a guru, to really check it out, because every one of them said always the same thing. I'm better than the other. I said, well, let's see, because I wasn't impressed with each one. I was not impressed with Tamal. And then Narayan Raj comes along. He says, well, you just need reinitiation. All will be well. And okay, and then the Radhakund, oh, actually, you're in the wrong line. We're in the real line. Well, I wasn't impressed with Narayan Raj or Tamal. Let me finish the story. I wasn't impressed with Tamal Krishna or Narayan Raj. So, well, I want to know. I was greedy for the truth. I want to know, where is this, and they're all saying, yeah, well, it's just you're in the wrong line. Okay, well, let's see, and each time, boom, 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 it was, not there. I'm looking for the living guru. I want to follow the Shastra. I want to follow chapter 1, but I couldn't find anything that I could say, oh yeah, man, here's and so it was a full circle to Prabhupada. Back to Prabhupada. And I realized, well, okay, I had to see, understand really deeply the purports of Srila Prabhupada, where he said, by with the either the book Bhagavad and or the devotee Bhagavad, you can overcome all the obstacles. But I've noticed two things: the devotees without these, with these scriptures, can't overcome all the obstacles, and the devotees, without the script, the devotees with the scriptures weren't overcoming all the obstacles. Okay, and the devotees with these other gurus are not overcoming all these obstacles. But I was overcoming all the obstacles just with Prabhupada's books and the Goswamis. So I realized you need this bhakti to overcome. That's what was his point. He was one of the examples. He had such little association with his guru, yet he overcame all the obstacles. Why? Because he had real bhakti. See, that's why unless you're like that, you're not going to, just by the Ritviks, they can't prove they've overcome the obstacles. I've proven. That's why Prabhupada came and then blessed, and then Krishna came, because the obstacles that were needed to overcome were going to be overcome, by faith in Prabhupada and these books in that line. I saw, all I saw in everything else were there were problems, and so yeah. Okay, go ahead. Do you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah. Is it right to say that Narayan Maharaj offended Srila Prabhupada because let me finish.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Because he initiated again disciples who have already been initiated by Srila Prabhupada? Is that right?
Well, yeah, okay. You're going to get
because I know some here in Germany, who have been initiated again, although they have been initiated by Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, so, it ain't right. No, absolutely not.
No, it's not right.
No, it's absolutely not. There is no, but the thing is, what they need is shiksha. See, and just from him saying you need to be reinitiated, that is actually inconclusive. Prabhupada never said that. He said, no, never. When you're not, there's no need. What you need is, he was there. All those Prabhupada disciples are actually, we're showing the real standard here. Okay. Even if you weren't initiated, you can come here. I don't have any formal initiation. You don't need it. You got shiksha here. You're hearing Krishna speak, through mediums. You're getting the transmission. You everything you read in the scriptures about what is a real guru, what are the natures of Rasa and Krishna and Radha, and all of that is expressing here. See, so that is the main thing. And actually, even Prabhupada even said on the basic initiation, he said, well, it's a formal thing. What's more important is dedication and commitment to the disciplic line. See, so that is the most important thing. So again, to reinitiate Prabhupada's disciples is not the thing. Is what you need to see. It's sort of the right track, but not really conclusive. The real track of that, say if I have a Prabhupada disciple coming here, is not to reinitiate them. No, to initiate them initiate their spiritual awakening.
Yes.
That's the next stage. Prabhupada initiated them in a real line, and and initiated them with the thread and to study the Vedas and learn a little bit about Krishna. So the spirit isn't awakened in 99.9% of the devotees. The next initiation is what we do. This is postgraduate teaching. We initiate your spiritual body, awaken it. That's the work, completion of the work. So initiate so you can become a goddess of fortune, just like her. She loves Krishna, the goddess of fortune. And what's the difference when you love Krishna? You're a part of the family now. See, this is so Narayan Maharaj didn't seem to understand that. See, do you see the difference here?
Yes, of course, I understand. He also gave them other names. You know, I know them for many years by their names, and then suddenly they have another name. I say,
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I'm not, I don't mean to put them down or anything. I like conclusiveness, because that's what's going to get people into the kingdom. It's not conclusive. And what I personally, 1.5 years observing there, I observed a lot of pride. A lot of pride. That was what was coming through, and they were mistaking as pure bhakti. Yeah, and it's not. And so it's not, So we're here to show the real standard. And anybody who wants Krishna, if they come here and they start to get what we're doing, I'm not here to, find faults with devotees in that way, but you need to find the fault that the devotees see, the fault, the opening crevice of falling into the darkness. Because what you can say, well, Guru Narayan Maharaj or any of these gurus, Radha, they're so sincere and they taught the high things and all that. But still, if they're in a dark crevice and they're teaching that way, nobody knows what is the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's why this poem of Prabodhananda is so great. It's all talking about, unless a devotee comes before you. He says that, unless a devotee comes before you, you will never know the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's the thing. You guys know, because this proof is in the work that God is doing. Look, world. Look what God is doing in these devotees. That is proof. That is this. You think Moses parting the sea is any big deal? They all turned against him, even though that sea was parted. But look at you guys. You got real bhakti. You'll never turn against the real Lord or the devotees, because the Lord has established his home in you, man. This is showing the world. This is the more real than anything you've seen to date. This is why Prabhupada came. In 1996, the only ecstatic devotee in ISKCON was Gaur Govinda. He passed away and he came here. This stupid fool's birthday was on the day that Lord Chaitanya disappeared. Prabodhananda, she just read a verse. Have you not heard the name Gaur Hari? What the heck is going on here? Is it all coincidences? You guys are getting the same bhakti Lord Chaitanya had? Is that a coincidence?
Oh.
For God's sake, wake up, you foolish world. He said, right? Prabodha said it. I'm just repeating. He said, hey, foolish people. Hey, man, I'm a foolish person too, But, we got the mercy, man. That's the bottom line, man. People don't know what the mercy, that's proof their gurus are not bona fide, all the way up to Narayana. I mean, to be honest and frank, proof that they don't have the real gurus, they don't see what's going on here. Hey, man, if you had the real guru and you really got the real mercy, you'd know what's going on here. As I said, with Prabhupada is an exception, Bhakti, because it's the real line, and you can see why they had to hold back. The reason why is exactly what they do to us, even now, after 50 friggin' years. Can you imagine them doing what we're doing now 50 years ago? They would have hung Prabhupada up on and hung him, put him on a cross and nailed him. So now we can do this. See, time, place, and circumstance. The Lord knows when. Hey, man, I got all Prabhupada's books behind me. I have all the conclusive statements of the Vedas. I got the Goswami books. We have the experiences. We have the fruits already fructifying on the tree, man. You guys, man, you're the witnesses. Hey, man, you guys can say anything. Can you imagine how silly they sound? You know, they go, oh, Gloria, you know, he's a son. Oh, really? Yeah. Where have what kind of classes do you do? How many devotees are taking shelter of you, Mr. Smarty Pants? Yeah, these guys are so silly. It's actually silly. Oh, you're going. Yeah, you know. Oh, or that guy yesterday. Well, I just thought I'd drop in and see, but at least you're chanting holy name. In other words, oh, you're just a child, just a baby, man. He's just projecting, man. He's just like, you know, what is it? You're saying,
Who was that?
We're just,
Who was that?
Some guy, you know. I don't know.
Okay. But Shiva Prasad, very nice, no?
Oh yeah, of course.
Shiva Prasad.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, for me to talk about this, there'll be a time I'm just going to relish Ross. And then I'll just say, hey, you want to learn anything about just go watch the friggin' videos, you know. And then you wonder why I taught all this stuff. Because nobody knows these things. They don't know what is a friggin' devotee yet. What is devotee? What is the devotee? What is Narayan Raj, you know, in this picture? What is Radhanath in this picture? Nobody knows. And nobody can teach them because Narayan Raj couldn't teach his own position, and none of them can. You know, so the Lord has inspired me to do this, but there'll be a time I'm just going to say, watch the videos. So you should archive these things so people can find the path. Just like Lord, you didn't want to be bothered, you know. It's like, who's going to do? Okay, we have so many videos. I'd rather just do what Lalita does mostly, you know. And but this is important, you know, because unless otherwise people will just think, well, all devotees are the same when they start mixing, and then your bhakti goes, and you wonder why. Well, why is love of God not here for another 550 friggin' years? They're mixing all this stuff. They want to mix here, you know.
Milk drinkers.
Yeah, milk drinkers, all the milk drinkers. Hey, you get out of here. You just, you're not going to come in here and spoil Lord Chaitanya's kirtan. You know, you come in through a devotee, like Shiva Prasad said, yeah, you know. And then I had to correct him a little bit and think, well, it's so Radha Sham, you know, it's always the same thing. Oh yeah, I got the mercy, just no, but I said, yeah, where did you? Well, when I came to Lalit, they need to know that. They need to teach that. You come through the door, man. She's a door, you know. Johan's a door, fructification of the bhakti. Everybody has faith and has bhakti here who cries. Janaki, you know, people they see her. Man, she on kirtan. People get great faith. They stop, man. They feel it. Her faith, the faith of devotees here. They, you know, God is blessing them, you know, with being able to bring people to the real path. You know, you see how much it's needed here. Look what we're working on. You see, it takes staunch. You know, suddenly they were sannyasi pillars of Lord Chaitanya. They were convinced like this. You know, that's why I had to go through a lot of stuff, man, to get because I didn't have Lord Chaitanya here. Nobody. No, I thought at least I can go to Narayan Raj, get some confirmation. I couldn't get it there. Then at Radha Kumbhabi couldn't get it there. Couldn't get it from Tamal or any of these gurus there. So Prabhupada came personally. Krishna came personally, gave the confirmation. It just had to be done. This is so rare, you know. So look what's happening. So you could see if we were on the wrong track, why was all this mercy coming? Huh? You know, this shows you we are blessed. It has have Prabhupada's full approval. It was not just a pipe dream.
Yeah.
It shows, you know, it was a very blessed thing. Just like we read, you know, Krishnadas Kaviraj had a dream of Nityananda, who blessed him. Now you go to Vrindavan. Madhavendra Puri dreamed of Krishna. See? I dreamed of Prabhupada. See? The Lord does. And he came to my second disciple right in the same room when I was there. I didn't see, but she saw it. I know she saw. I felt the energy. 2 days I was walking around in a stupor. from that energy of Krishna appearing so close. The whole preaching, why I'm preaching to you guys, started there. You know, who knows what would have happened? I was in Sweden. I didn't have any money, nothing. And next day, she wrote a $10,000 check and said, go and preach in, because I wanted to go preach in America. I didn't ask her. I didn't even know she had any money. Just go and preach in America. Like, it was like Krishna inspired her. And we did. And this is all happening because Krishna's working through everything. You know? You guys, everybody is like inspired. You just do what you're inspired to do here, right? I never tell you what to do. Yeah. This is the finishing work. Now it's all done by you communing with the Lord, and He inspires you. You know, this is the way it is. It's wonderful. It's called rasa dance, true rasa dance, practical rasa dance. So I had no offense to Narayan. You know, I mean, I want to help all the devotees. You know, we're here to help them. They gotta, because some of them they think, well, I don't want to. Why should I come to you? I got the highest devotee to listen to. Well, they got to at least learn that. Hey, man, you think this is the highest thing. The highest thing is not. Well, look how austere he is. People got to get this straight, man. Because Narayan Raj was more austere than you, Gohar. Therefore, we're going to follow him. Really? Well, love of God is being given here. It wasn't even given to his highest disciple. So it's really more important, love of God or some big austere thing. Lord Chaitanya threw the brahmachari out of his milk drinker, out of his kirtan. But he doesn't throw us out of the kirtan. Every day we have a fantastic kirtan here. This is kirtan, talking about Krishna, chanting his name. In ecstasies. Yeah.
Gurudev, I'm sorry, I have to stop now. I have 2 guests here.
I know these little kids. They need
one
help.
grandson. The school is out today because of the carnival. And I got a dog here.
Yeah. Go take them.
I don't want no more disturbance. Okay.
No,
you like them?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, let's see these verses here. Let's go on a little bit. Yeah. So the merciful sidelong glance is when we're woke up, man. Then you can see all when we're not woke, when we're not our love for God is not awakened, then we don't know what's real yet. See, now we know what's real. Just that merciful glance is what you're getting. That's the whole point of this, is to get the merciful glance of Lord Chaitanya by coming to Sadhu Sangha. Krishna said, you can do all these austerities and build hospitals and pious deeds and sadhanas and all of this, and you will not attain me of Vrindavan. But I'm attained very easily in Sadhu Sangha. Very easily. Yeah. And this is proof. Very easily, Krishna of Vrindavan is attained. Yeah. You just walk through the door, That's conclusive judgment, right? I'm just telling you what Krishna said. Why is somebody preaching something else? Narayan Raj preached something else, right? He said, but you got to, go all the way through all of these stages, and then you're going to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's glance. Oh, really? Well, that's not what the Shastras say. To me, the Shastras is what Lord Chaitanya preached, what Lord Chaitanya could do, and what he's doing now. That should be the only important thing in the minds of the devotees. Not, like following the path of Kapila Dev, even in the Bible, he told his mother to go sit in cold water for 20 years to realize some bhakti. Yeah. His own mother, he said, well, sorry, man, that's the mercy I'm giving. Austerities, difficulties. Okay? So that's why, again, we must meet in some lifetime in this Kali Yuga a real associate of Lord Chaitanya. See? and listen to them when they're preaching the good news, and not the Moses kind of news, the Bhakti Siddhanta kind of news. Did you, I read some verses. Oh, you got to be, austere. Yeah. So that was the beginning. Now is the finishing work. So Narayan Raj inspired some devotees. I had, a lot of devotees came back to devotional service because after Prabhupada left, it was spoiled because of these guys taking over, hostile takeover, basically. It's just like the world, based on lies and deceit and trickery. How can anything good come from that? Really? That's why everything is still just ceremonies and all of that stuff. See? So Narayan Raj did help a little bit, and that's why Krishna, everything is under the direction of the Lord. Something's got to be done, So it brought people back to the path, to believing in Krishna again. So we can tie it all together. We're here to tie it all together. See? Tie the knot. See? Between the devotees and Krishna. So, just hear about the mercy. They hear these beautiful verses of Prabodhananda the Saraswati talking about the merciful glance. See, you're getting that, and all of a sudden you think, oh, the Vaidhi path, don't need to follow that. Let me just to get that glance of the Lord every day. Let me glance at the Lord, him glancing at me. Let us meet. It's all about meeting, right? I just come here to meet the Lord. Do you see the title here? Radha and Krishna meet up with their devotees. What else needs to be said? What other title do we really need? Isn't that the essence? Radha Krishna meet up. It's all, meet up, and we get together and have a powwow. See, a little pow and a little wow, or a lot of wow and some pow. I'm sorry, I don't feel so well. Oh, sorry about that there. Yeah. Sorry, I started a little early today, but you know how that goes sometimes. I was like a horse ready to get out of the gates, All right, so so let me offer my respect. This is text number 8. Let me offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Chaitanya Chandra, whose face is as splendid as millions of moons, and whose smile is as charming as the moonshine. He is like the moon that has just risen from the ocean of bliss of pure love of God. Yeah, and isn't that what you see in the devotees? You want to see that verse? Go look at the devotees who are like that. See, from the bliss, the ocean. See, from the ocean of bliss of love of God. See, isn't that what we're it's about here? See, Lord Chaitanya was like that. He came to teach that, how to go into that ocean of bliss of love of God, and then people look at you and look at the face of Lalita. Come on, man. This is that rising from the ocean of bliss of love of God. Okay? Like father, like daughter. That's how it is. You want to know what Lord Chaitanya's qualities are like? You look at devotees who've gotten the merciful glance of the Lord. All these verses you have become. If people want to know the verses, they have to go in and see it written all over, tattooed all over your transcendental body. Because the proof is that of work. I just look at this. The Lord, my Lord is working. I read the verse and I look at Lalita or Johan. I read the verse. I look at it. I say, oh my God, yeah, there you go. Personification of devotion. Personification of conclusive understanding. Personification and increasing love and beauty. That's why I say, you think I'm lying when I say, here's the most beautiful woman in the whole universe? You think it's a lie or an exaggeration? No, Bhakti is beautiful. Bhakti is the most beautiful potency, and if you can find it in this universe, you think gold is hard to find? Pure Bhakti is hard to find. I didn't see it in Narayan Raj. I didn't see it in Radhanath. I only saw it in Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta. You could see by their words, and you just know if you're a real devotee. Most of the God brothers were always competing with them. How do you know they were competing with Bhakti Siddhanta, the God brothers? Because they compete with Prabhupada. That's how you know. A living devotee always, just by their nature of being here, points out the spots, reveals the spots. Okay? And and like how was it? Shamaguri was saying, why does Krishna overlook the spots? Well, he overlooks the spots when you're a devotee, when you become on the right path. Otherwise, he's seeing the spots and pointing them out because nobody sees the spots and it's hindering them. Okay? This is called jungle growth. People have to see, that they have to have their pride cut down. Just like, Vallabhabhata, he couldn't see Lord Chaitanya. He couldn't recognize the real devotees. That's like all of these persons. They cannot see the real devotion in this Sangha. They cannot see that the devotees here are the recipient of the highest mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They can't see it because their pride has to be cut down. So the Lord is giving it in different ways. Sometimes he'll show us in humility and sometimes as, a club. And so that club down that pride so that one can understand what the devotees are. Pride is a big blind spot. It's like and thinking and then you can't see it. What's going on here? Yeah. As I was. Yeah. Place where I work at is named Powwow. Yeah, that's good. That's amazing. See, it's a great place. It shows you're meant to be there. Okay, anyway. O Lord Chaitanya Chandra, by devotedly serving your lotus feet, one can attain pure love of Krishna. That is the ultimate goal of life for all human beings. O Lord Chaitanya Chandra, O great auspiciousness of the world, I offer my obeisances to you. By devotedly serving your feet, one can attain pure love of Krishna. Yeah, and people think, okay, let me do it directly. Or go through gurus who are not actually Lord. You got to find Lord Chaitanya. That's really the truth. People don't they think, oh, you see, Gaur says he's Lord Chaitanya. No, you still got to find Lord Chaitanya. I'm not saying I am or I'm not. It's not like that. You have to find a real associate of Lord Chaitanya because that's Lord Chaitanya in that form. Otherwise, you haven't found the real guru. You haven't found the real place of mercy. You won't get. You're praying to Lord Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna. Making the dolls and all that stuff, and the deity worship. There is in some lifetime, and for that lady, it might not be in this lifetime. I don't know. Who knows? But in some lifetime, you have to recognize Lord Chaitanya as my bona fide spiritual master. Lord Chaitanya said this. He taught this. He said, when you see the Supreme Personality of Godhead as your spiritual master, as your worshipable deity, okay, that's how you see Krishna everywhere. You actually see, oh yeah, Krishna came as and not just any person. Oh yeah, Krishna. Yeah, it's like the unawakened Krishna. The unawakened Lord. The Lord's there in the heart, dormant. You got to see where he's waking up because that's where you're going to wake up. Everybody else is, hey man, I'm asleep. Let me put you asleep. Let me talk to you. I'm asleep, and you're talking to an asleep person. You're asleep too because we're both asleep. We're both in this Maya, we can't really benefit each other very much because we're all very more or less asleep. You need to see somebody awake, man. That's a person. That's Lord Chaitanya in this world as a devotee. That's called that. You know, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you out there. If you don't see that here, or like, well, let me check it out and find out if it's true what he's saying. But that's when you're delivered, really delivered. Otherwise, you just get a guru, even like Prabhupada or like Moses, and they throw a bunch of rules at you, lots of regulations and ceremonies, and you're just in the waiting room, basically. You know, you ever been in the waiting for the real doctor? You know, the real doctor comes out and is, see, you don't know, I have a stethoscope here and a nice white coat. The real doctor comes out. Oh, you've been in the waiting room. You're calling out, oh, doctor, when are you going to come? When are you going to come? Oh, Krishna. And then the doctor comes up. The real doctor, he's the one that has those two snakes coming up the pole and one eating the other one. See, that's the real doctor. That's the doctor here, man. You know, so, you know, you've been in the waiting room. It depends how long have you tired of waiting? Have you called enough, got my attention or got Krishna's attention? You know, and the doctor comes out, you know, the one that swallows the Maya snake, the big black snake of Vrindavan swallows the Maya snake of illusion. You know, just gulp after gulp after gulp here, you know, get it down, man. You ever see a snake eat? One gulp, and then it goes, it swallows the whole thing, man. Every sadhu sangha is like that. Just another little, swallow Maya up. After a while, it won't exist. Where's Maya? You know, I see Krishna everywhere. All these people are awake. What do you think the Great Awakening is? Some New Age bullshit thing, concept? That's insignificant. Oh, wake up. They don't know. They don't know. They're all speculating. Oh, the New Age people, they're all big speculators, man. You know, all these, they talk about all these, you know, these gods and ascended masters and Illuminatis and all these Anunnakis and all these things. They're all beings inside this world. They're not devotees. So what is their importance? They're insignificant. They sit there, the whole big thing, they, you know, about all the aliens and all these guys. Their hearts are impure. Most of them, you know, they come and they're always the same. They want to take over or they want to help people materially, you know, give them material boons like demigods, or they want to enslave them. It's all this stuff going on in the universe. Well, where's the friggin' devotion? You know, where do they show that in these? You know, the Gaia thing. You know, nothing about devotion. No devotion, nothing. Just all this woo-woo stuff. It's all Maya, man. All the Maya, you know. And if I don't see devotion or hear devotion, what the heck good is anything? That's my Lord. You know, that's why I say, you know, you got to find a real devotee. They see like that because the Lord sees like that. How are you going to see how the Lord sees unless you see a devotee who sees like that? You know, the Lord, he cares nothing. That's why, you know, devotees who find the real Lord find, man, this is the great treasure, right, Lalita? Isn't this it? This is treasure of the treasures. The holy name is my, that's why when Jamagori said, can I say something? Oh my God, did I knock off the mountain? I was so in there with, it was like, oh, like somebody come and jump. You're having sex with the most beautiful woman in the world. Somebody jumps on the bed and says, hey, you interrupt. We're just ready to climax, you know. This is spiritual, by the way. Get your head out of your gonads. You know, we just use this as an analogy, you know, like the acharyas do, you know, the breasts of the gopis and the lust of the gopis. It's meaning something different. So I just take it to another intimate level. And you can, you know, I mean, if you really think, you say, oh, is it kind of bhakti's like that? Yeah, it's nothing to do with below the belt. It's above the solar plexus type thing.
High thinking.
High, very high. High feeling and high thinking. So we just use these little hints of what it is.
You see, the material is only a reflection of the transcendental.
It's
You
only a
experience it,
yeah.
but it's difficult to explain it.
Yeah. Well, you got to use analogy. That's otherwise nobody can understand. You got to say, oh, you can kind of visualize, like, oh yeah, okay, sex, climax. Ooh, because sex is the greatest thing in the world. That it's like a godly thing or celestial thing, not godly, celestial thing. And it's the greatest thing. And this what procreates the world. This is how we have people here. And so people very much look forward to it. That's why all these girls are walking down the street in their little things. They want to, they just all about kind of getting people lusties, and and then guys going around looking really to get them going. And so we got a nice world of lust going. What's going to motivate these people to get out of bed? You got to get the girl or the guy. Go work for the children, right? Got to feed the little mouse. See, when you get this, or milk the cow, it's like, see, part of the reflection is this thing that, are you into cow? Are you doing cow protection? Go Haridas. Right? And then I bring it to the other level, and that's this. Oh yeah, we're a lot of cows. We're all cows here. We're all grazing on the grass of the scriptures and milking the holy name. Aren't we? Aren't we milking that name every day? Man, it's never endless. These never run out. Yeah, just kind of it's like when you milk a cow. You run to the end. And it's like, okay, the pail is full, and you stop for a while. And then you come back, the bags fill up again, and that's chanting the holy name for me. It fills up, and then okay, the pail's full. You go about your day a little bit. You got enough milk, to sustain you for a while, and then you gotta, hey, I think I want to milk the cow again. Krishna, get over here, man. You're my cow. Give me your name, man. I want to milk that name, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna love, just like cows, they love to be milked, right? Krishna is waiting for us to learn how to eat the bread of life, right? Why would Jesus say, "I'm the bread of life"? Well, he must be asking, "Come on, eat me, man. Eat my word." See, eat me is so eat my word, and because he said, "Man doesn't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." That's the scriptures. Out of the mouth of God. See, mouth of God. See, again, it shows you conclusively the devotee is the representative of Krishna in this world. The sun represents the sun. It's amazing. These things have never been said before so clearly, never been understood like this. This is all new stuff. It's not new. It's all in Krishna. But it comes in revelations, People think, are you the son of God? They never think, oh, sun means light. Sun means bright. See, like they think it's something else. Sun, something important. Yeah, it's important. Pride, they think pridefully important. Oh, no, son of God, that's something pride. No, are you representing that light that can see the light in the world is not this blinding light of even Brahman. No, not that. No, conclusive understanding of the absolute truth. That's the light of the world, truth. It sets people free. It puts you on the real path. And very quickly, you shall know the truth. See, it's this love for God, devotion to Krishna. See, that stays with us forever. See, but you see how important truth. You see how important it is to be more conclusive than what Narayan Raj was teaching or Radhanath is teaching by their own examples. Okay, because this is happening here. You got to be more conclusive than that, because that didn't get the desired result. You prove to me. You could prove me wrong. Show me one disciple of Narayan Raj. Show me one that can show that they are representing the scriptures. They are the living representation of these verses of love of God that shows the symptoms. Just show me one. And I have never seen one Not one. Oh, representing austerities. Oh, yeah, plenty of those. Yeah. Chaturmas, look at, what's his name? Prem Parojana. Oh, he can quote the Shastras and he can do austerities. But show me one that has the bhakti that the scriptures are glorifying. And I can't even see in him. I can't see in any of his disciples. His disciples, we're getting a little attracted to what we're doing, and then they get talked out of it. See, they're still weak. They don't have the strength to overcome certain things. Yeah. See, so kind of how it is, Okay. So I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Chaitanya Chandra, moving his hands and feet here and there and raising the two golden rods of his arms. I'm going to get another verse. O Chaitanya Chandra, your form is full of blissful pastimes. Your beautiful complexion is splendid as gold, and you give the nectar of pure love for Krishna and charity. See? Oh, Lord Chaitanya Chandra, your form is full of blissful pastimes. And people got to be chanting that holy name to see that is the form of the Lord. That's why the Lord taught this as the mainstay. Look at Haridas. See? Full of blissful pastimes. If it wasn't, we would not be attracted to chant it every day. It has to, it has to be ever and fresh and ever increasing. Otherwise, devotees they'll get bored like they get bored everywhere else. Krishna has to prove himself that he's the all-attractive one. But you need to be awakened to partake of this sacrifice on this level. Otherwise, you're stuck with the Vaidhi sacrifice. Rules, regulations, that's a sacrifice. Where is it leading? It's all leading to here. Listen, people of the world. It's all leading here. To do the sacrifice from the heart. Okay? So you can chant the holy name and see that is non-different than Krishna. That that form is full of ever-increasing blissful pastimes. Just like the verse says. See, Lalita knows, Johan knows. They do this and they experience this. See, that's why you have to become the personification of the verse. What do you think devotee Bhagavat means? You think it's just a friggin' word? Here's the thing. Oh, devotee Bhagavat. Oh, yeah, Narayan Maharaj is devotee Bhagavat. Oh, yeah? Well, where's the personification of ever blissful, ecstatic pastimes? Where's the proof that he's making devotees like that? I can look at Lalita and she sees by her own, I see her chant every day. And Johan every day, boy, they're always ever fresh and always increasing. He even says, boy, this is increasing. Where's this going to end? Oh, well, I'm sorry, man. You're on a path, a never-ending path. You will never want it to end. You show me world, show me any. You guys, there's a greater mercy than what's going on in this Sangha. The more I think about it, the more convinced I even get. I start to wonder, my God, I think we got gold here. We got the golden one, the golden child. Eddie Murphy is here. He made a movie called The Golden Child, and he was the one. He even said, I'm the one. We have the one with us, man. The one is Lord Chaitanya. He's the two. He's better than the one. He's the two, Radha and Krishna. Your form is full of blissful pastimes. See? Blissful pastimes, man. The name, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is full of blissful pastimes. It's a, pastime. You can pass your time doing that. Time passes very quickly. Or sometimes slowly, too. You don't want it to stop. The Lord adjusts the time frame. Your beautiful complexion is splendid as gold, and you give the nectar of pure love for Krishna and charity. Oh, where's all this stuff? You got to earn it. See? You know, people, they say, oh yeah, well, that was for when Lord Chaitanya was here, right? That's never going to happen again. See? It's never going to happen again for you because you believe that. Because you haven't seen where it is happening. It's happened again. You know, that verse has happened again. Pure love of God, Krishna is given in charity here. People, look at it. Those who have faith in what we're doing and commitment to what we're doing, look, the Lord says, oh, you know, I'm going to give myself in charity to this person. Just because they have faith in my real associate here, my real representative here. Oh, what did your faith get you with anywhere else that wasn't preaching this word? See, we're preaching the good news. The good news is get this love of God and charity, because that's our work here. That's all we're here to do, is to give love of God and charity. Oh, of course, you know, when you're bearing a baby and you get impregnated with this word, there's a little bit of travail in there. That's, you don't know how when you're pregnant and I have some bad days, you know, until the baby is born, you know. Then it gets good, right? I've seen Lalita's whole journey. Everybody can see, it's all on video. Look at some of those videos over a year ago and see you can see the on and off thing, you know. You see everybody this is, you're bearing a big baby. What?
Longer ago, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Much
now, right?
longer. Much longer. 3
Yeah,
years.
3 years now. It's amazing. Time flies with a good time, man. It's amazing. Yeah, just go. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. But that's the charity, and then the Lord makes more room. It just gets better. You know, it just gets better forever. Then you get over the rough spots. Like there'll be the mood swings. Like, you know, like Amy says, I go through these moods. Yeah. Well, that's part of it. I also, you know, my journey was like that. And then it smooths out because you get more steady in this. You get so like, oh yeah, this is my life and soul. I love it, man. Yeah, communing with Krishna. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I love to do that. You become like a resident of Vrindavan. They just love to meet Krishna every day, right? And then by destiny, they're separated for a while, and they're just eager. Oh yeah, Krishna, he's going to come down for the cows, and let's go meet Krishna. In the meetings, isn't it nice to, you know, even here, isn't it nice to go new places or even leave the old places for a while and then come back to them? What do you think it is with? It's the same thing, but it's spiritual. There's more in life. Everything's more enlivenment, more happiness, more benedictions, more, you know, everything beyond the mode of goodness. You become a goddess of fortune, you know, all good fortune comes to you, you know. I was telling this lady, you know, she's lived here for many years, you know, and I was out there talking to her. She was walking these two big dogs, big responsibility. You know how people are. They need, if they don't have love of God, they have to have love of dog, you know. So anyway, it's just, what do you expect? But she's a nice girl, and she was immediately, somehow or other, attracted. She came right up to my face, man. And we had this conversation. I was like, boy, she really doesn't have personal space. She's like right here in my face, man. I knew this lady just felt the energy or something. She was right there. It's like, I say I'm talking like this. It's trippy, you know. And she just talked about, and she said, "Oh yeah, I've been here for 5 years and everything." And I said, "Yeah, I'm also a resident here." She says, "Really?" She said, "It took me so many. I can only get 1 year at a time." Yeah, I just got it in a half an hour. I got 4 years residency here. Really? How'd you do? And then she said, "Where do you live?" I said, "Right over there." She says, "How much you pay in rent?" Oh, I said, like $350. No, can't be. You're 2 blocks from the beach like me. More, you're closer. I pay a lot more than that. How did you get that? You're a really lucky person. I said, yeah, my life is just lucky because, I told her I'm a spiritual teacher and I worship Krishna, this name. I chant this mantra. It just makes you lucky. Talk to him, teach him on that level. Because you see how the Lord protects us on all levels. He gives us knowledge. I don't believe in these politicians. Where did that knowledge come from? Look how many people believe in them. They believe in these politicians and these persons and these leaders. Who's protecting us? Not only see some people they're protected to the point of knowing what's going on, but this is why I'm with Lord Chaitanya, and know and realize, okay, man, this is really the avatar of the age, because he's on all levels, protection and understanding and ecstasy and just all levels, all bases he covers. Because I see Christians, they don't have the full protection, the full armor of the Lord, maybe to an extent, but they don't have this knowledge and understanding of Maya and its all. Lord Chaitanya came to give us the full protection. See, the full thing. And that goes for the New Age people. They can understand, like the David Icke guy, he can understand how the elites are doing what they're doing, but he can't understand the full range of it. See? We do. Many of us do here. Because Lord Chaitanya he's the greatest avatar. He shows us everything about his incarnations. We're able to, when you become attracted to Lord Chaitanya, whatever avatar you want to worship, you'll worship them with love, because you can see your Lord is there. You can appreciate the work of these different incarnations. You can appreciate how the Lord works, all these wonderful things. These are secrets. Bhakti is secret. And then you can appreciate the power behind that understanding. The power behind understanding Krishna and how he works, and all this real knowledge, the chit knowledge, is the power of this devotion. Radha's love. Okay? That's the power of this understanding. There's no other power to understand it. That's why the knowledge here trumps Narayan Raj. Just to put it in perspective, what's going on here trumps Narayan Raj. And people need to know that. And they couldn't know that if any of those persons in that Sangha have the greed to come here. If not, you just, you're just talkers. Just, oh yeah, they talk the good thing. Oh yeah, Rupa Goswami, spiritual greed. Ah yeah, we're so greedy. Yeah, they're so greedy they don't come here. We're here to test everybody. We test the God brothers, we test the Prabhupada disciples, Narayan Raj. It's all a test here, because the real deal is here, man. The real deal is here. What they're worshiping, you prove that you know who you're worshiping, or you got the mercy to begin to understand here. By coming here. Otherwise, you're just a talker. Like this one guy, he's, Nitai, Nitai, and Nitai, Nitai. And I just told him frankly, I said, if you come here, then you'll know this Nitai really. Otherwise, you're just a talker. And he doesn't come. He just comes and just is his thing about, basically they all have this thing. They want to be a big teacher. Show how much they know about Lord Chaitanya, and they can't see the real deal is here. You want to know about Lord Chaitanya, you got to get the merciful glance. That merciful glance is given here, demonstration wise. So there's so many talkers, and people believe, oh, this guy's a real devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Oh yeah, why don't you like to associate with real devotees of Lord Chaitanya? Why do you want to compete with them? Everything is known here. You come here, all the spots on the leopard come out. If you're sincere, that'll be known. People can see that here. If you're sincere. Look at Lalita, all that bhakti. Look how humble she is. You want to know humility? That's her. Johan, also. You want to know humility? Look at Johan. This is the fructification of bhakti. Janaki also, and Govinda. How many people, River, all of this. Humility is knowing where the real life is, where Lord Chaitanya is, and they know. That's it, man. Then you get the merciful glance. Every day you get the glance. Anyway, a lot of you guys out there. Oh, Francis. Okay, yes, Radha. Yeah, look at Francis. I don't see him come. He doesn't write, so he's not in my mind, because he's kind of in the back scenes, back doors. Whoever their heart is, what's going on here, That's all the Lord is looking for. He'll get you through everything. Just keep on, maybe you'll be misunderstood in this Sangha by some devotees. Don't worry about it. That's part of the purification, is to be misunderstood. That's very good that you're misunderstood. See, because that's a little desire, because, a little desire you want to be acknowledged and all that. All that needs to be purified out, and the Lord will do that. You'll be neglected sometimes by Guru, maybe neglected by the devotees here, or maybe chastised by them. And if you get offended, oh, why? Well, anyway, that's good for you, man. Take your medicine. The Lord doesn't he works through the devotees here. We all getting purified, Yeah. I love that. You give the nectar of pure love of Krishna in charity. And it is a nectar, man. It's the best nectar in the universe. It's, you like you taste nectar on your tongue, in the mode of goodness, usually nectar is there. See, there's actually nectar in the different modes of nature because it's all ras. In the mode of ignorance, people like the nectar of the mode of ignorance. There's nectar in the mode of passion. It's fruit of activity. They think that's nectar. See, it's always progressive. Then the mode of goodness, there's nectar there. And those in the mode of passion, they don't like that nectar. See, so it's whatever mode you're in. So the Lord came to give us the nectar of love of God that usually you would think it takes so many lifetimes of difficult things. And he wants to give it in charity. See, isn't it? We get to taste this nectar. Who's qualified? I'm usually, I'm still tasting the nectar of the world. I taste it and it's like, it's kind of okay, but God, thank you, Lord. That's why, you want to be humble. Just see how you're just a nobody and a nothing and you're tasting this nectar. That keeps you humble. And keeps me humble. I mean, I can't glorify how austere I am or anything. But I can glorify tasting this nectar. Glorifying this nectar is beautiful. Glorifying the path to getting this nectar, which is here, basically. We're drinking this nectar, and the Lord wants to pour it into your mouth too. When people tell me over and over again, when I'm associating with Sangha, I start to like to chant. Yeah, well, you see, the Lord's giving you the nectar of attachment to him in charity. Nobody's qualified to worship Krishna. Are you kidding? But he wants to give you that qualified. Just find his real associate. That's it. That's the deal. That's the whole thing. That's the new covenant. Find my associate. And you'll get the nectar. You'll taste this nectar that nobody's qualified. Nobody really deserves. Undeserved taste of the nectar of love of Krishna, love of Lord Chaitanya, Gaur Prem, Radha and Krishna Prema. Great verse, isn't it? These verses are just fabulous. The Lord, again and again, I offer my obeisances to you. Again, isn't that? Again and again, our hearts do that, just naturally. Tasting this nectar of love of Krishna. My heart, it wants to give millions of cows in charity. Thank you, my Lord. That's why I just want to jump up, when I'm chanting here. It's so, this nectar of love of Krishna is the treasure of all. This is the pearl of great price. Jesus talked in parables. We're here to explain the parables that he taught, only because we taste this nectar. And that's the message now, the progressive message, this is better than good news. This is better than salvation. That, the Christians, they think the highest thing is salvation. And they even glorify salvation. Salvation army, salvation. Do I glorify salvation, liberation, mukti? I glorify pure love of Krishna, love of God. The nectar, just to taste that nectar. And you're saved automatically without even thinking about it. Devotees are saved in their devotional service, in their serving the Lord with devotion. See, devotional service, devotional. You're doing devotional. Oh, I'm doing, see my rituals. Look at the flame. No, devotional from the heart. Taste. Can we see we're tasting something? Devotional. What do you say? Devotion? I thought it was just, the arm going around. That's devotion. Devotional is no, devotional, where we can see you're drinking that nectar. It shows, it faces the index of the mind. Can you see the Lalitas drinking nectar or what? Or anybody, Can you see this guru is tasting nectar? Or are they tasting the nectar of pride? You see, all Ras. What can you examine things because you've tasted the real nectar and now you know what's not real nectar? Can you examine all these things just to see where is the real nectar? The real nectar is love of God, love of Krishna. There ain't any other nectar that's like that. It's very special. And many people, this is the imitation. This is why the Lord gives us. By tasting this nectar, we get protection from his illusion, from those who are still illusioned, those who think these other vines in the world are the real Bhakti Lata Bij, and that it's not. Austerity, renunciation that these gurus would teach is not the real Bhakti Lata Bij. Yeah. This Bhakti Lata Bij is what you see in that verse and what you see here. See? Book Bhagavat, devotee Bhagavats. That simple. Hey, we're going to get atheists to understand these things soon.
A lot of fighters are atheists.
Yeah, atheists is just people, they don't know who they're worshiping. They misunderstand because Maya, even in the mode of goodness, you could be, that's why I say, it's not good enough just to be good. Like I'll explain what Paul meant. Vaishnava need to hear the explanation why St. Paul said your good deeds and your rules and fastings are like filthy rags before the Lord. Lord Chaitanya said the same thing. Throw that austere brahmachari, that filthy rags that he's offering me out of this thing. I don't want him polluting our kirtan because I'm going to give you the purport. Because I'm here with my loving devotees who love me and I love them, and that's all I want and all I see. Get these austerity buffs, these austerity freaks away from me. That's my Lord's attitude. I'm telling you, man. Get these guys who are in the so-called, they think they're in our line, get them away from me. I'm not interested in their prideful austerities, thinking that's real bhakti. That has polluted our disciplic line. From the very beginning, Bhakti Siddhanta said when Lord Chaitanya disappeared, all of these austerity buffs that you see now in our line were there then. They started to come in. And the real devotees that have this real line and real truths and real bhakti separated themselves. That's why you guys out there, you austerity buffs and renunciation junkies and fasting junkies, you have to see the value of what we're doing here because I don't want that in here. I'm not going into that. You got to come over here and bend that knee and take this mercy. If you're too stupid to the end of your life, you're just one of those foolish persons who can't see where the merciful glance of Lord Chaitanya on whom it is on. It's on many of these devotees here in this Sangha. Yeah. So, we'll just, this is our preaching, man. This is fantastic preaching. We're right here on Facebook Live every day. See, we can stand our ground, root our ground, and preach to the world. People they watch the videos. I heard, like somebody's telling me, a lot of people watching your videos, but they kind of just watch and they don't say anything. Probably so. So, eventually they'll see, if they're watching with curiosity or, that's how it works.
Shiva Prada was watching your videos for a long time as well, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, and then see the result of that? Look at the result. Proof is in the, where is he going to get that? See, that's his preaching. That's your test. You got to see, hey, man, it comes through the real line. You got to teach that, and not don't teach the path of it just happened because I'm so great. I don't even teach that. If I didn't get connection with Prabhupada's books, it wouldn't have awakened. That's the way it works. Contact with devotees or their literatures can awaken bhakti, or the Dham. If you're a real devotee, that will awaken your bhakti. If you're not, it won't. If you're not awakened, you'll need help. You'll need a living guru. Or, you got a lot of stuff piled on you from being in this world, and being beaten by parents, and all this crazy stuff, and injected with all kinds of stuff, to dumb down us. And, just this it's the Maya she's a murderer. She's and she's murdering, she's out there slaughtering people now. Medically, that's the thing. People are being medically slaughtered, and that's how they're doing it, in a very tricky way. Tricky, not just going out on and slashing people and saying, well, there's a war. There's a war going on right now. People are getting it, but it's done in a very tricky way, a subtle way, and that's a medical way. See, you notice medical lockdowns, medical maskings, medical is the way. See, they have medical control through medical. See, oh, well, I'm sorry you can't go out. I'm sorry you got to put the mask on because of medical emergency. So anyway, Maya is really putting the screws to the world. And that's just the way, the Lord is working. It's the Lord doing these things ultimately. It's not him. He wants to get us out, but people are caught up in the modes, and this kind of goes on like a machine. See? It's just a machine. It's a product of these modes interacting. So it's the Lord doing it and not doing it. See? But he would rather do this. He'd rather you be happy, wouldn't? I mean, wouldn't a father rather their child be happy? But if the child says, no, I don't believe in you. I don't believe in your word. I don't believe in your representatives. No, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to go into, so the only alternative is you go towards the Maya and are taught, by the school of hard knocks. Okay. So if you notice now, a lot of mercy on this planet. Lord Chaitanya has come only 550 years ago. We have all these books. We have this preaching. It's a great opportunity now, isn't it? Better to be born now than, say, 100 years ago when it was better, where people they weren't locking people down and stuff. Better to be now, born now, simply because this is available and it wasn't before. It wasn't available with Bhakti Vinod. It was for him. But he wasn't giving it out to anybody. He was, how many books he wrote? He was sitting there. There were more manuscripts that were hidden, or they were watched by his son. And I don't know what happened to this. Somebody took him over or something. But he was writing. Very deep person, very deep understanding. But he didn't give this out. He gave out the rules, regulations. And he wrote all this preparing for art, for this. See, it has to be some preparation. Okay. See, Lord, again and again, I offer my respectful obeisances. You know, why wouldn't you? You know, oh Lord, Chaitanya Chanda, your form is full of blissful pastimes, and we know that now. We know that. Can you imagine? We know that. We experience that. Why wouldn't we offer our obeisances again and again? Your beautiful complexion is a splendid gold. You give the nectar of pure love of Krishna and charity. Why wouldn't we offer our obeisances again and again? See?
With every experience, you automatically offer your obeisance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And so what's just keeping people back from this is the devotee has to come before them. Well, and once it's acknowledged that, oh, I see this devotee is being used and chosen to be a dispenser of this charity of love of God. What are we preaching? Anything else? Help people distinguish, what is a real devotee and what isn't, who is and who isn't. See, because if you're around those who aren't real devotees yet, with real pure bhakti, then you get hindered by that. See? But if you're with real devotees who have this gift of this charity, of the mercy of devotion to Krishna, love of God, then you get it. Huh. The splendid effulgence of the moon of Lord Chaitanya violently uproots the dense darkness in the hearts of the entire world. Isn't that interesting? Violently. You notice that? It seems violent, doesn't it? Violently uproots the dense darkness all the way up to the snake obstacle of pride, competition. See, that's so much in Vaishnavism. They think that's real bhakti, but it's violent. Lord Chaitanya is working here. He's violently uprooting that. It seems like, oh, he's making me feel pain. Oh, he's offending pure devotee. Oh. Violently uprooting the dense darkness. It's dense darkness. Yeah. Darkness, false ego, very dark, actually. It hides God, true nature of the Lord. So, violently uproots the den in the hearts of the entire world. See, they don't know their hearts are polluted. Yeah. They don't know what real truth is. They don't know what real love is. No, yeah. The nectar ocean of the bliss. Okay, you can. You don't have this one here. Okay, why don't you? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Read chapter. Here, let me find what chapter here. I was reading excerpts. Okay, chapter. Yeah, read chapter 4 of Chaitanya. Yeah, chapter 4.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you. Now we'll hear the love flow now. The love flow. The love boat. Lalita Ganga, she's the love boat. You want to take a boat, take the love boat, man.
It's a nice one.
Anybody watch that TV series years ago called The Love Boat? See that all these people were getting they get on this, go to this island to experience it was called Fantasy Island. And they got on the love boat to get there. Yeah. Well, Vrindavan is Fantasy Island. It's where you live your ultimate fantasies. See, the ultimate fantasy is to be happy. We don't even know what that fantasy is. Everybody's fantasizing something else. We don't know what happiness is. Happiness is this. Happiness is chanting the holy name and communing with the Lord, love of Krishna. to experience this unending bliss, ever increasing, ever fresh bliss. That's Fantasy Island. That's
Alice in Wonderland.
yeah, Wonderland. You don't have to go anywhere. It's cheap excursion. You got these guys that pay a lot of money to go on a cruise. And you don't even get to this kind of destination. This is it, man. Yeah, we cross over the cycle of birth in this way, birth and death. Everything, you're inspired by this, just everything. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. All glories to you. The splendid path. The splendid path of pure devotional service, which bewildered the great sages in the past, which material intelligence has no power to enter, which Sukadeva Goswami was not able to understand, and which merciful Lord Krishna never revealed to his closest friend. Is a place where the dear devotees happily enjoy pastimes.
Yeah, it's this knowledge thing. People, they're trying to enter. Oh, we know all about Krishna. See, that's material. They don't know nothing. This is knowledge of Krishna. We know Krishna in this way because the power is here to know Krishna. The power is this devotion. See? This is where the dear devotees are living. We live in this dimension of transcendental experience, transcending experience of the world. See, material knowledge has no power to enter. All your material studies have no power to enter. Your fasting has no power to enter. Your renunciation has no power to enter. You cannot enter this where the demon we have by force. You just have to come and accept in charity. When you have faith in what we're doing, and you show that, oh, wow, this person, Krishna, is giving me the understanding, the understanding to know, oh, this is higher than what I thought. I thought I was real guru. Real guru principle is right here in this Sangha. This is guru. What a guru is to bring people to the point where they're the verses. Tell me anybody that's done that. See? That's where real guru is. If you can bring people to where they become a manifestation of the verses you're reading, there you go. Now you have living examples. Didn't Lord Chaitanya came as a living example of the truth? See, living. It needs to be alive. You need to see what life is. Otherwise, nobody knows. That's the problem. Nobody knows what real life is, what real ecstasy is, what real pure devotional service is. What is chanting the holy name about? Nobody knows this stuff unless they come here. Yeah. Proof, proof is in the work God is doing. Look at you guys, man. So look at Lalita. It's amazing. It's a miracle. She's a miracle baby. Did you know that? She's a miracle baby.
We don't have to work. He's working.
We just work out. We give lip service. People think, they're just giving lip service, or others, we poo-poo people. Oh, he just does lip service. See? Well, the perfection of lip service is this kind of work, this kind of lip service. Ecstatically chanting the holy name. Now, that's the lip service. The Lord says, oh, I like that kind of lip service. Kissing. It's a kissing thing. When you're communing with the Lord, it's like you're kissing God. I mean, no wonder it's a great example. We all like to kiss, man. It's all about kissing, right? So if you can kiss God, man, be his little silver flute. Your lip, we just put our lips up like that, saying the Lord said, come on, you're going, kiss me, Lord, kiss me. Can you see? Play me. I'm the flute. You see the silver flute had lips on it, man. I looked at flutes and I looked, hey, there's Krishna. That's conclusive. Yeah, man, that's how it is. I saw those lips. I said, yeah, that's what we do. I didn't know, man. That's me, man. I just waiting for the kiss. You ever see that waiting? You close your eyes. And then all of a sudden the Lord picks you up and he's just kissing, and you're enjoying, like this. And he plays you, like, hey, man, that's Krishna consciousness in a nutshell. If you're not like that, you ain't real guru yet, man. You're not the guru of Vrindavan. You're some other kind of guru out there, I don't know, pretending to be a guru of Vrindavan. No, you got to be in the kissing affair, into the lips of Krishna, deeply. You got to be tonguing him. Gaur, you're so blasphemous. Oh, yeah. I'm tonguing Krishna. I go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't know. Krishna. I'm licking him. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, man. He's a good kisser. Oh, that's because you're a good kisser. He likes to kiss you.
He gives us all we need. All we need. Nothing compares.
Yeah. Go ahead there, Lalita.
Good. Talk of impersonal liberation will not become bitter. The shackles of blind adherence to social and Vedic convention will not become loosened. And the
isn't that what we loosen up? Look at Johan. He was so strict. My God, Ekadasi, 25 rounds, all that stuff. And then his faith went right out. He used to probably have a nice bead bag and go around the rounds, and do all the principles and follow everything. And it all went out the window. It's like it loosened because he found the deeper path. He represents the verse. Lalita also,
I wasn't strict.
Yeah, she wasn't so strict. She was all right.
I was a visitor. I was only a vegetarian, that's all. The rest.
Yeah. Let's see. Shamaguri says, Dear Gurudev, this morning while I was there with you and Lalita, you were calling Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I was feeling them on a subtle level, feeling them right there with us. That was an amazing experience. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's every day, man. That's how you start to feel like that. Feel the Lord's presence. And that's what it's all about. That's how you get the mercy. You got to be around devotees who can draw that Lord from, literally, from the Spirit, from Vrindavan. You draw the Lord out of Vrindavan into the presence. Otherwise, nobody knows. He's out there playing in Vrindavan, and you're a devotee. You can't call him and him to come. He's in Vrindavan. You don't know where that is or what it is. You can be in Vrindavan and still not know. So many people there. They don't know Vrindavan. Go ahead, Lily.
Not at all. So, and the tumultuous debate of Vedic scholars on the merits of various useless spiritual paths will continue as long.
Yeah. You see, unless you get the merciful glance of Lord Chaitanya, these still do this. They're doing this at Vaidhi still. This is the real path, Varnashram Dharma, and all of this. So those will continue in personalism until you get the merciful glance of Lord Chaitanya. And so that's practically done here. See, And so that glance is powerful because it's purifying those who are getting that, those who are, glancing over here, meeting the glance of the Lord, because that's how it does. Gradually they'll hear, gradually they'll understand these things. And then you'll be free. You see, then you can abandon. See, none of them can prove, even Narayan Raj, even his followers, even now, and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti and ISKCON, they cannot abandon their ceremonies and all the rules and regulations and do what we do. Where's our big ceremonioso little way? We just meet together. It's just a simple meeting with Radha Krishna meetup. We just come, as devotees and facilitate this meetup of those two. That's it, man. And that's, see, man, what was that last sentence there? The last sentence.
I didn't finish the beautiful part, Guru Maharaj. I was saying the Vedic scholars on the merits of various useless.
Yeah. Unless we do what we're doing, these things will go on. They'll go on, and they teach that, and people only know that. They teach only impersonalism, only New Age, only Christianity, only Vaidhi Bhakti for the Vaishnavas. That'll go on until, see, this is the divine intervention, what we're doing. Allowing people to see, oh, this is going on now. This hasn't went on for 550 years. This hasn't been. What?
You're breathing life inside of their dead bones now.
We're breathing life in the disciplic line. This is the life. This is the only place it can go. Otherwise, they'll do what they're doing now, making it like Christians do with Christianity, alloying everything, because they can't do pure Krishna, pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is not what people think it is. They're all speculating with their thoughts. Pure devotional service is to chant the holy name and divinely commune with God and see how it's ever fresh, always expanding pastimes and just chanting God's name, much less all these other things we're doing. Yeah. So all of that will diminish, because whether you ask for it or not, it's here. I ain't going to give that. This is my work. I've been given it. I've been given this privilege to do this. You are also given this privilege. It's our work. We got to stand, bring it, keep it solid here, rooted. It's the only thing that makes this universe. The scriptures even say that. We know that personally. If this Radha and Krishna did not descend in our lives, it would be useless. What is the use of see, this is real life, is this communion with God. We're alive now. Otherwise, it's people not born. There's just, they're in the modes or moving them like robots. Look at the spontaneous devotional communing with God. This all goes on. Yeah, this is the life. Go ahead, Lilita.
So these useless spiritual paths will continue as long as a devotee who is like a bumblebee drinking the nectar of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet.
Mm-hmm. So that'll go on. Now, this is how it's ended. People have to see this example. Go ahead, what?
As long as it doesn't appear before the eyes.
You got to see it, man. That's why the Lord appeared before the eyes. His devotees, if you couldn't meet Lord Chaitanya, he had his devotees roaming around. He even says that, well, I'm going to empower my devotees to have that kind of bhakti. See, otherwise these paths. See, what do you represent, Narayan Raj? Oh, I represent Shuddha Bhakti and purebhakti.com, and I represent Pure Devotional Service. Where is it? What is it? Well, it's like this. Yeah. Well, how come we don't see the symptoms that I'm reading in the scriptures about it? Where is this ecstasy? Why are we just seeing in your Sangha and everybody else's Sangha just rules and regulations and ceremonies? Okay. So that's why the real devotees come before the eyes and you see real reality. This is real. This is the verses. That's why I can explain them. It's simply because the Lord is living inside. See, when I read, we come across the verse with the coded sentences, the verses. The Lord said, "Oh yeah, you see, I'm in you, man. This is how we live. See, we live like this." I say, "Yeah, Lord, like that. What a great. That's why these poetries are perfect. They're perfect. They have the perfect conception." And my great happiness is just to fluff it out and make it really clear that these are perfect conceptions of Krishna consciousness. I'm a witness. We're all right? You're witness. It's a witness program. I'm witnessing too. Yes, that verse is true, man. I'll show you every day. Lalita will show you every day. Johan will show you every day. Go ahead, Lalita. You want to say something? Did you want to say?
No. Sorry. You want to continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where is renunciation? Where is tranquil indifference to the temptations of sense pleasure or the torments of hell? Where are great waves of humbleness? Where is uncommon prowess? Where is the path of intense devotion? Where are these virtues present? In the same way, they are present in those who have made Lord Gora the goal, the goal of their lives.
Yeah, and this goal is quite interesting because it's people they have goals, right? It takes them a while to reach this goal. If people come here, if you knew the treasure you can get the goal fast. You just open your mouth, and the goal that the devotees have, you get like that. The Lord comes very fast. See, you reached your goal. Where else is there to go? No, now you got your goal, man. You got the gal. You got the guy. See, here we get the guy and the gal. See, the ones that have real importance. Yeah. See, very fast reaching of the goal. See, people they think in goals. Oh, it's all way over there. Oh, it's going to take me 5 years or something. Oh, I have the goal of prema, right? It's going to take me 10 years, 5 years. That's what they've been preaching in Vaishnavism. Oh, yeah, the goal. Oh, prema bhakti. Oh, that's way off goal, man. So start your work, man. Get to work. Okay. What do you want me to do? Yeah, go on book distribution and go and do the ceremonies and then do the program and just go, just keep doing that. See, the goal is distant still. And someday I'll get prema in some life. Look how close the goal has come here. Pretty. We shorten the distance, huh? The Lord has shortened the distance. Now, attain prema bhakti. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So you want to shorten the distance, man? Or do you want the long distance? Yeah. Go ahead.
Even one thing, Lord Gora's handsome face which is overcome with feelings of love of Krishna, and which has blossoming lotus eyes filled with a
Of
great.
course, Lalita Ganga can't relate to that verse. Of course, that's very far distant from her understanding, wouldn't you say? No, ask her, her friend over there in the Bajari room, dressing the deities. Oh, he's so far away from.
She says I'm crazy.
Yeah, they said Lord Chaitanya also, they called him madman. I mean, you read now when you read the scriptures, you say, "Oh, look at this. Why are you any different? Why you going to be any different than your master? If he was called crazy, why wouldn't they call you crazy? It's just proof that you've got the real mercy." Hint, hint, there, Vaidhi Bhaktis. Hint. I still don't understand. I got the donkey demon, man. Blocking my way, and the putanas, the devotees who say they represent Vrindavan, but they don't. Just turn your attention over here to the truth, man. Yeah, go ahead. I gotta.
Which has blossoming lotus eyes filled with a great flood of tears. Even once seeing Lord Gora's handsome face, a person becomes maddened.
You give us some purports now. Let's see. We'll hear from you.
With newer and newer feelings of devotional love.
Tell us about that.
He never abandons the ocean of sea. well, when you see the Lord's face in your guru, when you see the Lord's presence there, when you see actually this feeling of love of Krishna, when you see those flood of tears, you get infected. You really get infected. He jumps from Guru Maharaj's heart to mine, and I start to do the same. He starts to do the same inside of me. I become mad with newer and newer feelings of devotional love, always increasing. The Lord never abandons me anymore. I'm swinging in this ocean of sweetness at the Lord's feet now, by the mercy of my Guru, by having this association where everything is working. That's the meaning of Guru. He represents the Lord. He's selling the Lord. He's just selling Lord Chaitanya. All for free. Just be at that place. Open your hands and your heart and receive. Receive. Lord Chaitanya plants his seed inside of your heart. This little Krishna is growing inside of you, and you start to experience those rasa dances. Those different rasas. By seeing the symptoms of ecstatic love, and by listening to the Lord's sound. Discovering Srimati Radharani. And discovering Krishna every day more and more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Newer and newer devotional service, Yamuna. Every day is new and fresh. You start it over every day, over and over again. By reading other pastimes, by reading other scriptures, by getting new revelations, by going deeper. Every day is new and fresh. You every day discover a new deep truth. It's all by the mercy of Guru. Otherwise, where is the source? Where is it? Where is it? It's not enough to have the books, not at all. It's not enough to have a dry guru. What is he doing? What is he giving you? He needs to give you love for God. A spiritual master is completely absorbed by the spirit of love. Hare Krishna. Okay, Yamuna, you understood, okay. I didn't have to see the Lord's face for a long time. It was so powerful. They who follows the rules of Varnashram Dharma. They worship Lord Vishnu. They visit holy pilgrimage places and study the Vedas. But they don't serve the lotus seat of the dear devotees of Lord Gora. It's about the devotees of Lord Gora. This means Guru. Those who don't do that, they cannot understand the transcendental abode of freedom. Because nobody brings them there. Because nobody explains how it works there, how it feels, how the Lord is living there. It's beyond the reach of the four Vedas, far, far beyond the reach. If by churning the shoreless ocean of nectar one attains the incomparably sweet nectar of all nectars, essence of all nectar, that nectar will taste very bitter to those who touch the splendor of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who now displays his transcendental form in Gora Shundara. Humbly thinking oneself lower than a blade of grass, natural gentleness and charm, speaking words as sweet as nectar, spitting at this insignificant sense gratification of this world, disinterested in the affairs of this world, an overwhelming love for Lord Hari. These are the transcendental virtues of the devotees of Lord Gora. Oh, I was checking if you were back, but you're not. You get this transformation. I said it yesterday to Sim. You offer your pride to the Lord, your pride. You don't need it anymore. And He's giving you His humbleness. Because that's something, that's a state that we are not like that. But you become automatically humble. Because you know so good how dependent you are. How completely dependent you are. Your whole happiness depends on that mercy. You become depressed, actually. You're begging to be with the Lord. Natural gentleness and charm. Speaking words as sweet as nectar. Because you're a flute. It starts to use you as a flute. You start to spit at the insignificant sense gratification of this world because you have the higher taste. Who would go to the lower taste? The Lord gives you this higher taste for the mercy of Guru. Disinterested in affairs of this world. Oh my God. Oh yeah. All because of this higher taste, because of this higher thinking, an overwhelming love for Lord overwhelming love for Lord Hari. These are the transcendental virtues of the devotees of Lord Gora, who makes you into those devotees. He's controlling it. He's doing everything. Just be there and trust. Trust Him. And surrender gradually. Worship millions of the most exalted spiritual masters if you wish. Study billions of Vedic literatures if you wish. But no, it is there who have attained the merciful sidelong glance of Lord Chaitanya who will understand the great secret that's pure love for Lord Krishna. The secret. The great secret that is pure love for Lord Krishna. It's when you are capable to grow in that love for Lord Krishna. Then you will get more understanding and more understanding. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. But you've got to be at the right place at the right time. This sidelong glances be given to you by mercy of Guru. Just give it. Let renunciation be multiplied millions of times. Let millions of virtues, beginning with peacefulness, self-control, tolerance, and friendliness, be multiplied billions of times. Let there be millions of meditations on the words Tattvam Asi. Let there be devotion to Lord Vishnu, multiplied millions of times. All this taken together doesn't equal even a millionth part of the multitude of perfect transcendental qualities possessed by the great souls who find transcendental bliss in the splendor of the two nails of the dear devotees of Srimad Chaitanya Chandra. I'm
Yeah.
coming back. I am just going back.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah. River says, please, can you give an example of what you mean, newer and newer devotional service? Give
I
us an
explained.
example. Oh, you
I
explained
explained.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
Oh,
All
you
right.
were
So,
gone?
yeah, I was just resting. I think I'm going to go rest because I got up early this morning again. Um, all right. So, thank you very much for coming, everybody.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Till we meet again.
Yeah, see you later. Bye bye.
Hare